Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Al, thank you again for the bits. Sammy, thank you for the Vine Boom. I heard it. I know it's not turned on for you guys on the screen that was playing. If you want, I can do it again. Jel, welcome in. Welcome to the lore episode. The goal for the stream is to keep this hand facing this way. We're going to see how well I can do that. Because that much of my hand isn't exactly TOS friendly right now. So, no, Sammy, it actually probably scared me more than anything because I was not expecting it. Yeah. So Twitch isn't too kind about bodily fluids outside of your body. It's not fluid right now, so it's like, in theory, it's okay. But for the sake of trying to be kinder to people who could be a bit more queasy, I'm going to do my best to avoid spinning the hand. But the Italian in me is very hand-moving-y. But how am I feeling? I'm feeling okay. My hips and ass and, you know, everything is still sore, but the bruises are healing. I can see, like, kind of light pink around the very edge of all the road rash. So it's healing. It's just gonna take a little while to actually heal. It's probably gonna be another like week and a half, 2 weeks. But yeah, hello everyone, welcome in. I'm not dead. Came close to it, but not dead. So do we want to just get into the story, or do we want to talk about my day and how I accomplished nothing at work? I'm glad you aren't. No, I'm glad as well. I'm honestly kind of surprised I'm not as injured as I was. The time after healing when you feel all better, that was the best. Yeah, I like the day this is all patched up and beautiful again, I will be happy. My knee's a bit scraped up as well, but that's nowhere near as bad as my hand. But yeah, no, it's all fixing itself. So, how was my day? Well, I woke up 3 times last night and I could not convince myself to like actually stay asleep. So the first time I woke up was about like 1:30 in the morning. And I was like, did I remember to run the dishwasher? So I get out of bed, walked over into my kitchen, and then was just staring blankly at my dishwasher for like 4 or 5 minutes until it started, you know, making noise and everything again. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I remember that. Went back to bed. And then I woke up at like 4 in the morning and I was like, I don't remember at this point like what I was dreaming, but like when I initially woke up, I knew exactly what was going on, and I was like, that not cool. I'm gonna go brush my teeth because that's how you forget dreams. So I literally got out of bed at 4 in the morning, having woken up from a dream that I wasn't really happy. Yeah, Scuba was back there. She's in the doorway now. But yeah, like, I was like, I'm not enjoying this dream. Time to go brush my teeth. So I get up, walk into like the bathroom. I'm literally standing there. It's 4 in the morning and I'm like, I gotta be up in like 2 hours. And I'm just sitting here brushing my teeth for what reason? Go back to bed, wake up again when my alarm goes off. And I'm like, oh, why do I feel so tired? Because it was a mystery at that point. And then as I went through the day, it was a whole lot of everyone sitting around waiting for someone else to do their job. Because we were finishing up one test and then we were trying to get started on like the next set of tests. And in order to do that, we had to switch several things over. So it was like, okay, now we need to go ask the electricians to go do their thing. And then it's like, okay, now we need to go ask the plumbers to go do their thing. And then we need to ask this person to go do something. And eventually we managed to get the test running right at 3:30 when I left for the day. So I'm just assuming second shift is doing their thing. I'll get an email around 10 o'clock of like the update, but I haven't gotten a phone call or a text or anything being like, hey, we need you to come in. Something's royally fucked. So we're going to call that a win. That was my Tuesday. But you guys are probably more interested in Friday. Speaking of which, I realized I didn't grab the helmet. So nothing is broken yet. Exactly. We haven't broken anything yet. At least not to the point that second shift needs to call in first shift. So, okay. Before I get into Friday and the motorcycle accident, I'm going to grab my helmet and my gloves just so I can show them to you. because I want to make a point. Give me like 1 second. I don't have a chair emote, but spam something. All right, I got props. We're just gonna set these over here, and I'll grab them as needed. I see we got Jeff and Penguin emotes. Thank you, Sammy. But all right, I'm back. So, I believe at this point, I have everything that I could possibly have in the room. Everything else I threw together into a Google Drive folder that I can very quickly show pictures. Like I said, I was trying to get ready for stream, and I didn't really, like, at first I was just gonna be like, oh, I'll just like tell the story, no big deal. And then I was like, or, because I mentioned on Discord, if you happen to have noticed that message, possibly vlogging the whole process of getting this bike back on the road. So, we very quickly ran around, and now I'm gonna try to essentially just take the frame and edit that into a video, or at least the beginning of a video. So, Friday morning, or I'm gonna start with Thursday just to make a point. So Thursday, did not take the bike to work. Wanted to take the bike to work, didn't trust the weather in the morning. Then in the afternoon, I went to a happy hour with my coworkers because they invited me, and I was like, why not? At the happy hour, I ended up having, so I took the motorcycle, and I knew I took the motorcycle, so I knew I wasn't going to be able to like drink more than like a single beer over the course of like 2 hours. I ended up sticking around into Thursday Night Football because it was a Lions game. And I was like watching the Lions game, and I could tell like the bartender was getting mad at me because I just kept ordering water over the entire 4 hours of the football game. But whatever. So I have one singular beer, and I started it at like 5 o'clock. When I went to leave at probably 10:30ish when the game ended, the couple of coworkers that actually hung around for the entire game were like, "Yo, make sure you ride carefully. You know, I don't want to hear that you got in an accident or anything." And I'm like, "No, it's been you know, several hours. I've had, you know, probably a gallon of water at this point. You know, we're gonna be okay. Not gonna worry about it." Rode my bike home, no problem. The next morning, I woke up, looked at the weather, and I'm like, "Oh, weather's gorgeous. 0% chance of rain the entire day." That means I can go ahead and ride the bike. You know, I'm not hungover, there's no chance of rain, the weather's clear, there's no like fog or anything. I'm taking the bike. So I get dressed for work, I get ready for work, pack everything into my backpack, and go to work. On the way to work, right when I was turning to merge onto the freeway, so like for me, it's a left-hand turn, and then it kind of does like a U-turn onto the freeway. I'm sitting there at the light, I'm waiting. Eventually the light turns green for the left turn lane and the people going straight on my side of the road. The opposite direction of traffic still has a red light, and I go to like make the turn, and as I'm trying to make the turn, I'm, you know, speeding up so I can get onto the freeway. I get up to probably about 40 miles an hour. Go to shift into second, and as I'm shifting into second, I see out of the corner of like the very, I need to keep my hand this direction, out of the very corner of my eye over here, I see like a gray or a white like sedan coming straight for me. That's a car, and I like very quickly realize, I'm like, that's a car, and I know they're turning right, so they're coming this way. So I try to slam on my brakes, and in slamming on my brakes, this car is like coming essentially straight to my rear tire at this point. I slam on my brakes, so I'm right here, car's coming this way. And as I, you know, slam on the brakes, I end up locking the rear tire, so it stops rolling and starts to like flick out this way. I don't know if the car actually clipped me or not. The car might have, looking at the exhaust of my bike, But regardless, the rear end stepped out and kind of like flicked sideways and then fell down. As that whole thing happened, I'm trying to like watch this car because I don't want to get run over. I have no clue how much I slowed down between me realizing I need to brake and when I actually like fell down. I assume I got rid of about 15 to 20 miles an hour. Couldn't tell you. Wasn't looking at the speedometer. I'm trying to look over here at the car. So as I'm looking over this direction at the car, the bike comes out underneath me. And I end up falling, you know, kind of backwards and sideways towards like my whole like right side. And because I used to be a gymnast and I rock climb and all that, I am very used to falling. So I know not to like reach for the ground or try to like brace like with my arm, because that's how you break a wrist. So I'm going to have to keep this hand turned this way. Not the advice. When you are falling, you want to try and get your hands like kind of over your body like this. Rather than trying to reach out, you just tuck in and then tuck your chin down. Granted, I have a helmet on, so it's not that easy to, you know, fully roll my head forwards. But like, you know, I let go of the handlebars. At this point, the bike's, you know, flying out in front of me, and I know I'm going this way. So I'm looking this way, I'm getting my arms up, and my hand ended up hitting the road, which I can have my hand this way as long as my fingers are right here. And the glove I was wearing ended up sliding right off with me sliding across the ground. And then once I slid, you know, on my right side a little bit, I ended up catching the side of the road and then rolling down into like the ditch where like the freeway merge was happening. So if we look at starting with the glove, so here's the left-hand glove. You'll notice no scrapes, no tears, no nothing. Looks perfectly fine. The right-hand glove that came off my hand and ended up, you know, causing me to scrape up my hand. It's not super clear. I'm just going to put this glove on just because it's a little easier to see. Like, again, totally intact. If you see there's like a little bit of scraping and scuffing up here, same thing down here, but overall, like, you can tell it's a little less shiny. Like, it's kind of hazed over. But yeah, so my hand hit the ground right here. Like, this is what part of, like, my knuckles are right here. This is what hit first, and it ended up pulling the glove like this, straight off my hand. So as it pulled off my hand like this, like, it didn't fully come off. It essentially got to about here, which, as you can see now, my hand is showing. So yeah, I ended up giving myself a bit of road rash, and I ended up holding my hand like this, almost as a little puppet. But yeah, it was like, it all happened like so fast, but so slow at the same time. Which, to be fair, these are not motorcycle gloves. I should not have been wearing them, but I don't own better gloves, and these are like genuine leather, so that's on me. I take full responsibility and blame for that one. Haha. So yeah, we're gonna need to get some real motorcycle gloves and riding gloves real soon. But like, as bad as that, like, that part of it seems like, and it's what caused the most damage to like my body. I had a proper riding jacket on, and I had my helmet on, I had jeans on, I had steel-toed boots, so like the rest of me very protected. Granted, they're not riding jeans, they're just regular jeans, but you know, the Levi's held strong. We're fine. Especially because I wasn't sliding too much on my like ass. So jeans are fine. I actually wore the ones that I did on Friday today. So, but then the jacket had some damage to it. So I know it looks like a flannel, but you can kind of tell from like the shape right here, like this is plate armor. And then there's also like pads in here, as well as like this would be your elbow. So obviously it's not fully up my arm, but yeah, you can see right here is where I hit the ground. If you can kind of see where it's all stretched out right here. And then there's a little tear. That's where I initially hit the ground, which it would have been this way. So that's like right on the inside of the elbow. It looks like a flannel, but you can see the structure of it. Yeah, it's designed to look like a flannel and be like more low key. But like if you look at it this way, like this is not a flannel. It's just a stylish jacket. So I ended up, you know, like I said, I slid on, I initially hit the ground on my right side. That's where that impact was. But then I ended up rolling to my left. So if we look at like the right side, you know, my whole right side was okay. But once I rolled over, that's where the jacket actually hit the ground. And I ended up sliding on it. And if you look, like this is the actual protective part right here. This is still fine. This held strong. And it's currently holding strong to cat claws. It's just the outer like flannel design that ended up getting damaged. Same thing like right here. Like, I'm doing my best to show this without, you know, revealing my hand. But like this whole part right here, this is the actual protective layer. So I might just stitch this back together because this ripped right at the seam. This ripped away from the seam, but it's a pretty clean tear. So I might be able to repair this and not have to buy another $300 flannel. And then on this elbow, that's where I went into the dirt. So it's just a bunch of dirt here. This like rubs off. But no checking, no scraping, you know, everything held strong on the jacket. So if anyone's wondering, NBT clothing, it works. Easy fixes, yeah. I have a needle and thread. I don't have like a full sewing machine, but I don't think I'm gonna need it. Yeah, NBT clothing. Their jackets actually work. Kind of scary. I had to test it the hard way, but you know, welcome to Fact or Cap. This one is a fact. In the words of the internet greats, you gotta fuck around to find out. And I did a whole lot of fucking around and a whole lot of finding out to be able to tell you guys this jacket is worth the money. Otherwise, I'd be missing a whole lot of my left side, like kind of right above like the hip down here. But yeah, as I, you know, fly off the road, down this ditch, rolling, you know, spinning, sliding, all of this, I have my helmet on, listening to music. Because I just got the music, like, intercom system. And once I stopped moving, I ended up, like, picking the bike up. And I'm sitting there, my phone starts going off, being like, hey, we think you were in an accident. If you do not immediately cancel this message, we're calling the police for you. And I was like, please don't call the police for me. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm alive or not. And then I ended up looking at my, like, carrying on because I just wanted to get out of the situation. The car had already taken off. Like, that car was gone. That car never stopped. And I was baffled by that fact. And then probably 5 or 6 other cars ended up driving by over the course of like me walking back up the hill, picking the bike up, and then like checking it to make sure like nothing was leaking or anything, as well as the passenger seat kind of half came unhooked. So I had to like put that back in. Not a single car stopped and was like, hey, are you okay? And I was right at an intersection too. So it's not even like, oh, like the 4 or 5 cars that went like onto the freeway happened to have seen me and no one else. Like, I want to say there's probably a good like 30, 40 people. Not a single person came and asked how I was. And at that point, I was more just embarrassed that like I fell. And I'm like, I am drawing attention to me. No one has stopped. So very clearly, I ought to just carry on. So I carry on. Like, I realized my right foot peg was broken, which I'll show pictures of the bike in a few minutes. I just wanted to, you know, get to... I'm like, I just need to get to work. It's not that big of a deal. I had already pulled, like, my glove back on, so I didn't know what my hand looked like. I, like, quickly, like, visually checked. I'm like, all the limbs are still there. I don't see blood. I don't see fluid or anything coming out of me or the bike. I'm just gonna go. Sir, don't sir me. I was embarrassed. and very high on adrenaline. So just hopping on the bike and just carrying on to work was like probably the worst option. But it's the option I took, especially because like a hit and run where like I literally cannot tell you what car hit me, let alone the plate or anything. And I didn't have my GoPro on me either, which I'm going to get to in a minute. Yeah, I go all the way to work. I get to work, I park my bike, I get off my bike, and that's when I like finally like have enough common sense to like look at the bike and try to be like, how did I make it here? And that's when I saw I had broken one of the brackets and it was pretty scratched up. But I was like, you know, we made it. And then I was like, what does my helmet look like? Because I just slid across the road and then down a ditch, rolling several times. And it was not like, yeah, it was grass, but like it was rocky grass. I have no clue what this helmet looks like. So I take off my helmet very frantically, being like, oh my God, what does it look like? How am I still here? The helmet's fine. Like, if you look carefully, there's like a little bit of scuffing up here, but that wipes off. Like, it's surface level scratches. It will wipe off if I properly clean it, and then you can see there's like dirt and bugs and everything on the actual visor, but yeah, somehow I never actually made contact with my head and anything else. So the helmet's still good. Like, I expected like some sort of scuffing or like whatever. Like, there's a little bit of scuffing back here if you look carefully. But like, I could have done that by like just putting my helmet on the shelf too aggressively and hitting the wall. So I'm not gonna worry about the helmet itself. I think I'm gonna keep running this because it's good for... It doesn't say. I'd have to take out the liner. I want to say the helmet's still good for another like 3 years, 2-3 years. So, oh, sorry. Yeah, Shoei helmets. Apparently they make it so your head never touches the ground. Yeah. How I managed to survive that whole thing is a mystery to me, let alone not make contact in any way, shape, or form with my head. Yeah. But I'm fine. Mostly fine. I mean, like I said, there's a bit of skin missing, but you know, it's fine. We'll be okay. Skin comes back. As well as fixing a bike. It takes a bit of money, but like realistically, I wanted to change a handful of things on the bike anyway. So like, this is just giving me another reason. So if you guys want to see pictures of the actual bike, what it looks like now, we got this bad boy open. So one, this is in my work parking lot, so don't look at the background too carefully. Two, here's the rear view mirror. There's very small scratches like right here and a little bit right there. Honestly, not bad at all. I probably won't even replace the mirrors because it ended up folding here and here like it's supposed to. It just kind of folded away. Everything's fine. Then, so here's the front. Like, I'll show a little better the lever in a minute. But yeah, you can see this is all pretty scratched up, pretty banged up. This ended up cracking right here. This is all scratched. This is just a little like pop rivet that kind of came out. But yeah, like this whole thing right here is all scratched up. There's some scratching here, obviously pretty big one here, some smaller ones here. And then this this turn signal is cracked. But like, and that's a little chewed up, but I have another picture of that one. Then here's down by the wheel, you know, this nut not looking great. still usable, still safe. You can see this pin here is the important part. The pin's fine. Like, yeah, there's a bit of dirt and mud and crap right here. But, like, this might be a little hard to loosen. And I'll probably replace the actual nut when I take it off. But, like, as long as this pin is in place, you don't have to worry about that nut coming out and the wheel falling off. We're fine. Here's the exhaust. Like I said, like, up here, this could be from the car. Because I know it was like a gray or a white car. And up here is far enough away from the road and where it was sliding that it seems unlikely that I would have gotten any kind of white here. So that's why I'm thinking maybe the car did end up clipping me. Can't really tell. But yeah, like this is all heat shield right here. It's pretty scratched. You can see yellow from where I went to the side of the road. I ended up picking up the road paint. And yeah, there's a little hole here, but it's only on the shielding. It's not the actual exhaust, so there's no exhaust leak. And then, yeah, it's pretty scratched up, but like, I kind of wanted to get a new exhaust over the winter anyway, so it's like, oh no, the exhaust I wanted to get rid of is now damaged. What, like, where's the real harm? And then here's that front lever. Like, this should be more or less straight. And this should be a ball. So this ground away pretty good, as well as it bent in. So I ended up having, I could only fit like 2 fingers to like get on the brakes. But I was thinking about replacing the levers with short levers anyway. In which case they'd only be about this long. And my one coworker is like, buy a cheap hacksaw, just cut them. Sand them down to make sure they're not sharp and use them as shorty levers. And I was like, honestly, I might. But I might buy levers just so they're a little bit longer. They'd line up right about here. And then you can kind of see the chip up here. And then I think that, yeah, this picture you can see. Like this slid along the ground pretty good. And then there ended up being a little chip taken out right here. And then there's a bit of scratching up on the back. And a little bit right there. But like, that's a turn signal. Do you really need a turn signal anyway? It's this one that I'm concerned about, because there's a hole right here, which means if water gets in, it could fry the bike's electrical. So I've already ordered one of these. This was really easy to find the part number for. I already ordered that. It's supposed to show up by the 15th or 16th of October. So we'll be able to fix that one, no problem. And then, yeah, here's the video. So this bracket right here, like you can see, this is the foot peg. Here's the brake pedal. You can see the brake pedal's worn away a little bit and the foot peg's worn away a little bit. But the foot peg should be sticking out. And the brake pedal should be coming forwards. And you can see some scraping here on the actual cover. But like, that's not bad. You can touch that up with paint. But yeah. So I was like, I need to figure out why these are bent to this angle. And it turns out there's a piece of metal right here. Like this bracket is supposed to come around to this side, but broke. So if I click play, you'll see me like lift it up and show like how it's supposed to be. And then just like let go of it, it falls right away. And then it just kind of comes out to like the actual bike. So it's not going to let me scrub. Okay, fine. So like right, didn't pause. Right there. That is how it should look. You can see this is the metal that broke away. It's currently folded out. Yeah, this pedal should be out here, then brake lever right there. That's what it currently does. However, even though the brake lever, it like looks like it's pushed down, it's not pushed down. The rear brake is not engaged at all and cannot be engaged. Which honestly, not the worst thing. You don't really need your rear brake unless you're like really trying to stop. And even then you got to be careful because you might lock up your brake and let the back end slide out on you. Allegedly, I wouldn't know, you know, like I wouldn't know. But yeah, then we just pan up here. You can see a little bit better from the side. So like pretty good scuffing here, pretty good scuffing here, then just overall some scratches going this way because the bike was sliding forwards. Which is also when this happened, in which case the bar would have been fully turned this way, causing the like handle to bend that way. And then I didn't show the exhaust. And then we got, give me 1 second to do the lazy muting of just pausing. We got the TikTok I posted. That's very loud. Because obviously, if, you know, something happens and you're a content creator, you need to chase the clout. And that was kind of the point where I was like, oh, I could totally post and be like, I'm working on my bike. Like, I've kind of planned on doing like a video of like, here's me putting a new exhaust on. So if I already planned on like kind of documenting through video, like me working on the bike, I might as well like document the fact that the crash happened to explain why I'm replacing my front right turn signal. So I went ahead, I posted that to TikTok, and it did moderate. I can look up numbers in a second. Let me first make sure my phone's muted. Over to TikTok. Okay. It got 375 views. It's this video right here. It's my most recent one. Yeah, 375 views. A very, very strong performer for me, considering the fact that my last two videos were 298 and 498. So kind of split those in the middle. Wasn't great, wasn't bad. Couple comments, couple likes. Currently at 68. We're only one away from the funny number. If anyone wants to use exclamation TikTok and, you know, bump that one up, feel free. But I also posted it on Instagram. And on Instagram, it took off for, like, I'm not mad that it, like, picked up. But I know it's going to be mirrored and kind of hard for you to see. But that says 15K right there. So it got 15,000 views on Instagram and 1,078 likes. So at a minimum, Instagram wants the bike content. And if I'm gonna film and, you know, put together videos, thank you for the like, Sammy. We're now at 69. But yeah, like, if I'm gonna film it to like do the funny number achieved, again, thank you. We got the funny number. So if I'm gonna do all the, you know, Instagram, TikTok videos of doing all the work on the bike, I figured I might as well fully vlog fixing the bike as well. Especially because I've been saying I want to get back to vlogging and I haven't gotten back to vlogging, and I kept telling myself I'm gonna record something for a vlog, but at the same time I wasn't really doing anything. So it's like, what am I supposed to vlog when I do nothing other than go to work and stream, which you guys can see here? Or editing videos I've done on stream. That's not out of the ordinary. But now I got stuff that I'm not going to be doing on stream. Well, okay, I might. There's a chance I could be doing some of it on stream. So, to those who aren't aware and are new here, or are maybe just not in the Discord, if you want to get in the Discord, I have a great incentive for you called my vlogs are unlisted videos. So if you want to see them, you have to be able to find them on your own. I also forgot to close all that before stream. It's fine. So if you go here to the YouTube page of my Discord, this is where I announce all my new videos. I do not announce VODs and I do not announce shorts, but like the main form videos are all right here. Or this was when I did the live stream on YouTube. And if we scroll up far enough, you'll see right here, vacation vlog is finished and uploaded. The only way you can view this video is with a direct link, which is right here. The only way to find this video is to click on the video from right here. It'll take you over to YouTube. You can watch it. It's like a half-hour long video where I just documented going back to like my hometown for the 4th of July, taking the cats with me. I went and did some hiking as well as some other stuff. I just vlogged the whole thing, threw it together in a video, and that exists. And if you're too lazy to scroll, notice the message here. Pinned messages contain links to unlisted videos private to this community. So if you click right here, you can see there's only one currently. But as I release new repair vlogs, they're going to be pinned messages, as well as I'll put the links directly in here, and then I'll pin that message. You'll be able to go ahead and jump right to the video. You can watch the video. Highly recommend. It's a lot more of a raw, kind of unfiltered, kind of like just chatting level of, you know, playing, or not playing, like video. Whereas these are all highly edited. It's got like, okay, there's still music in the vlogs too, but like it's highly edited, it's quick, it's punchy, I get straight to the point. Whereas with the vlogs, the whole point was to just not worry about that kind of thing. Instead, I'm just going to be more, you know, organic in myself and just kind of talk and rant to a camera for 20 minutes and then edit down the, you know, 5-6 minutes that I need and just use that. So if you want to watch the first vlog, I admit it's not the best. It was my first time ever trying to vlog. So the presumption is we're going to get better as time goes on. And then eventually those vlogs and videos are going to become exclusive to people who are subscribed on Twitch or members of the YouTube channel. But I haven't bothered getting all that set up yet. And I still want to get a couple more just vlogs out. So maybe once I finish the bike vlogs is when I enable that, because hopefully by then I'll have 500 subscribers on YouTube as well. I'm getting close. I only need like 20 something, 23, 24, maybe 25. Either way, I'm really close to the 500, in which case I can enable that setting. And then the plan is whenever I do vacations, whenever I'm just doing, you know, something kind of out of the ordinary on my own behalf, or, you know, just something that I'd want to be able to share with everyone. Like, obviously I can post to Instagram, or I can post like a quick TikTok, or I can tweet it. But if I want to put together like a more full kind of style video and show in better detail, like this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm up to, this is why I'm not streaming for a week, or this is why I, you know, had to skip a YouTube video because I was busy doing this. I feel like that's a fair trade, and it's meant to be like a gift to the community. It's not meant to be something for everyone. Like, sure, I could very easily create a whole channel around me working on motorcycles and try to build that. But I don't have a keen interest on maintaining motorcycle content through vlogs, because it's not like I'm riding constantly. I have the winter, so instead I'm just going to make the vlogs. They're going to be private to the community. Only people who are in the community are able to see them. The ones that I'm currently making as unlisted will always be available as kind of like a sample of what there is. And then if you want to subscribe on Twitch, if you want to join the membership for YouTube, or I plan on doing a channel point redeem that you can buy your way in for free. That way, to the people who are currently watching ads right now, I'm sorry, I didn't realize it was playing ads. Why is it playing ads? I'm at 42 minutes. Is it auto doing it? Ah. I see what's going on. There was a Twitch update, and now it's trying to autoplay ads at separate increments, and I can see they're all different time lengths. I'm going to leave that on for this stream because it's not going to make an adjustment, or if I change it now, it's not going to update anyway. But I'm going to need to remember to switch it back. Interesting. Yeah, so what Twitch did was they now have, I don't know exactly how it works, but essentially the back end of Twitch and like how to figure out when to show ads is now trying to intelligently guess. I'll yell at you later to remind you to change it. Thank you. Yeah. I'm so sorry to those who just got hit with an ad. I didn't realize the settings changed and got all messy. But I'm explaining right now how it essentially works is Twitch changed the way you can have a setting in order to play ads. And in that new setting, it is trying to guess when is the best time to play ads based on what you're doing. And because I walked away from my desk fairly early in the stream, it must have noticed that due to the lack of me talking. And now it has the ads like every 18 minutes, but they're fairly short ads. I don't know. I'm sorry to those who have to watch ads. They're going to be all over the place today. I can see they are different length ads. I'll get the settings switched back after this stream. If I change it now, it's not going to change anything for the stream. So sorry about that one. Haha. Anyway. Yeah, so obviously stream's kind of busted. Stream's kind of broke. Bike is kind of broke. But like I said, that one bracket that's broken, I've already found online available brand new for $90, or I could have gotten a used one for $70 or $87. So I took the brand new one. I don't know about you, but like one that hasn't been put on a bike, still has the factory like sticker on it and everything. I'm taking that one, hands down. So I bought that, and I bought the turn signal, the front turn signal. I bought both of those. The bracket could show up as early as Friday. I don't think it's going to. And then the turn signal is going to be like another week. So the plan is to tear down the bike. And so I got to take all the plastic and everything that's all scraped up off. I'm going to take the exhaust off, and then I'm going to take the broken bracket off, and then maybe be able to put the new bracket on right away. The big thing is going to be getting the plastic repaired, which realistically it's just plastic. The bike runs just fine mechanically. So if I get that new bracket on, I could just keep riding until the end of the year. But I know there's other maintenance that needs to be done because the bike is almost at 1,000 miles. So I got to do all that maintenance as well. So I think I'm just going to be done riding for the year. Especially because, like, I'm still injured. It's going to be like another 2 or 3 weeks until I'm not injured. At that point, we're in late October. How long is the weather really going to hold out for me? So the plan is get new exhaust. Either try to repair the fenders by sanding them down and then vinyl wrapping them because the color's not going to match. In which case, I'm going to pull all the stickers off and everything. You better take care of yourself. I'm taking care of myself. I'm saying the earliest I could ride is potentially Saturday. Realistically, it's not going to be until spring. Unless we get like one really warm day in the middle of like February. Which is actually the day I bought my bike. But yeah, it's going to be a while. I'm going to have a different injury that needs to heal before I'm allowed to ride my bike again. So yeah. But like, I was looking at it. I could buy the exhaust. The only reason I haven't bought an exhaust yet is because I still am mentally trying to figure out if I want to do a full exhaust or just like the muffler bit, like the slip-on. So I'm not sure. I'd love to do the full exhaust. It's cheaper to buy the full exhaust at once rather than buy one part and then the other. I'm also going to have all the plastics and everything taken off the bike, so it's going to be that much easier to get to the bolts and everything. The downside is obviously it's going to cost more up front, or like right now, rather than if I buy just the slip-on like muffler part and then wait until next year to buy the other part. So not 100% sure what I want to do there. That might be a question I intentionally ask in like the TikTok and the YouTube, or not the YouTube short, the Instagram reel of, do I just buy a full exhaust? Is it worth just buying the full exhaust now, or do I wait to buy the headers? So either way, and then in terms of I'm going to try and save the plastic and like the fairings first. If I'm unable to, then I'm going to have to switch it up and go to buying new fenders, which I can get a full set of unpainted fenders for about $500. I could get custom painted fenders for about $600 to $900, depending on how fancy of a paint I want. Or I could get like a specific pattern painted on the bike. I wish I knew enough about bike stopper help. No, Sammy, this isn't so much like I don't know what to do. It's I haven't decided what to do. So like, if I'm able to fix the if I'm able to fix the plastics, I can just vinyl wrap over it, in which case any color vinyl you can imagine. If I spell vinyl wrap. Vinyl wrap. Metro Restyling. This is the site I've bought off of before. So like it's literally just like giant sticker. Obviously this color's black. It's kind of hard to like tell what's going on here, but like I can pick any color, wrap it on the motorcycle, and then just be like, GG's, lads. So if you go to vinyl wrap, you can go in here to pattern and go to like animal print. You want a leopard print car or cheetah print car? You got it. You want a leopard print car? Here's what it looks like in real life. I don't plan on doing like an animal print, but like when I say pretty much anything you could think of, you can just be like, oh, you know, let's get like snake skin and throw it on a Tesla. You can. I don't know if they have a cheese pattern. There is not. But I was looking around and they have, so if we just go in here for the sake of it, I don't know where it is. Vinyl, color shift. These are the fun colors. These are the wild colors. Oh, they don't have an actual car wrapped in this color, but like this would be like a really bright purple going into like almost a black, depending on the angle you're looking at it and like where the sun is. Obviously this one's sold out, but like there's some in here that are like spectacular. Where I want to say I was looking at, no, not this one. Oh, here's one that actually has a picture. So like here's the vinyl, you can see it goes like purple to blue. And then when it's on the car, depending on the angle you're viewing it from, it changes color. So you have to kind of work within like certain color like spectrums. But I could. So you can see like this is like a green to a yellow. It's kind of hard to, oh, here's one of the really popular ones you see, because this one has several kind of colors that it goes through. So you can see it goes green to blue to gold to purple, and like that one's very, very popular. It's the, yeah, High Gloss Chameleon. Like you see this one all the time at car shows. Gorgeous though, especially like in person, because as you walk around the car, it has this whole like color shift as you go around it. It's not just like static. It's not like when you put it on. Like notice this whole door is green. Now it's gold. Now it's like purple here, gold there. Like this is all the same car. It's just the angle that you're looking at it is changing color. I hate when they have these hexagonal lights because it just looks weird in the reflection. But like this sunlight. Ooh. I could do something like this on the bike. Or I could just do like a static color and do like a satin color. So if I just go in here, satin, fluorescent yellow, like a satin yellow, like tennis ball. I could go full tennis ball. I don't know if I actually want to go tennis ball, you know, it's kind of loud. Or here's one of this one's paint splatter. I know exactly which one that is. But like, you can just pick a color. Like you want, for legal reasons, it's not Tiffany blue, but do you want a Tiffany blue car? You got it. Just easy. There it is. Dark purple. That's the one I was thinking of, doing like a satin purple. In which case they have a couple different ones. This one looks like the best. I don't think they have it on a bike. But like, is that not gorgeous? I was thinking satin purple as one of my potential colors. Because like the color shift is like cool and everything, but like it's really hard to vinyl wrap that color shift, and I'd be doing this myself. So like I'm kind of hesitant to want to do a color shift. But like if I do like some of the pieces in just black, or like some of them already are black, if I just leave them black and then do the satin purple, like obviously ignore this gray, but like I think that looks really good. Like the gloss black, the satin purple. I'm thinking that's one of my colors potentials. Or the other one I was thinking, which is we're gonna be going real wild here. Where is it? Camouflage, digital. No, it's not on this page. The problem is the color search for camo doesn't really work. This, which these are renders, so it doesn't look as great. But like, you can choose to have it in a satin finish. So now we're looking at purple, gray, and black. My helmet is gray. My like fake flannel is gray and black. I already have gray and black colors on the bike. I think I could blend that in really well. And like it's got like noise and pattern to it that makes it interesting, but it's not like too much. And if I don't like this one, there's a couple other variants that you saw me scroll past. Like you can get it essentially where the purple is not purple. Where's that version? Yeah, so it'd be like this. I'll just click on this one for the sake of it. It's all a render anyway. So like that one would be even more subtle. With this one, I'd have to see it on the bike. Yeah, that's my concern with like a pattern like this. But like you could do like the more subtle kind of splash of color, or you can do the more like color with the other ones being a bit more subtle. Or like here's the smaller print version, which at this point definitely too noisy. There's too much going on. So like even if you do like the purple base, like it just looks bad. That's way too small of a print. That's not the same as this. That would be like the big one. So I guess there. Yeah, Sammy, this one's kind of more what it would look like. Like that, this is the large print. And then this is like, looks like it's roughly the size of like a 4x4. That looks good. Yeah, like I don't think this looks bad. I don't know why it's sorted under the small print, because like, yeah, like you said, hurts your eyes. It's too noisy. There's too much going on. It just looks dirty. Like, I don't know. I don't like it. When it... So... I don't know. That's my nitpick. Like, if you use a finer print for this, you can't do it on a car. But if you're doing something smaller that's already that small, yeah, you'll be fine. Like, I've bought this vinyl before. So like obviously this is the gray base, but like that's how big the print would be. I like the purple version of Static from the Antenna TV. Listen here, James. Listen here. Also, welcome in. Yeah. So obviously I wouldn't do like kind of like what I was saying. I wouldn't do the full bike like this in this color, and I would also have the purple base rather than the gray base. But like this whole piece here would have it. The tank would have it. And then there's like a bit here. So let me Nope, not this picture. We're just gonna go to the video. Hang on a second. Thank you, Sammy. I know James was missing his emotes. There we go. Okay. So, like, not the best picture of the side of my bike. I could find one, but I'm lazy. So I would put this on the tank, and where it's blue right here, this is gonna stay black. This, I would match it to this color. So you'd have like that purple like camo print up here, here, and down here, as well as on the back of the bike. But then this would be all this, I would go black. And then if, depending on if I do like a satin color or like a gloss color, I'd want to do the satin color for the bike, which I believe this one is the satin finish, the Lamborghini. So like there's still like a bit of shine to it. It's not super bright. And then I would again have the base color purple of that like satin purple that we both like agreed looked really good. And then there'd be like the gray and black on it. And then I would go with like satin black, and then just, obviously this is already kind of a satin black color, but in order to match this to this, also you can see right here, like, again, this is cracked. I can fix that. That's nothing you can't fix. Are you gonna get underglow for the bike? I've thought about it, but underglow is one of those things where it's like, it's so accessory and you can only use it when the bike isn't moving. Like you have to be parked in a parking lot. So it's like, I don't know. I had underglow on my first car. I think for right now, we just need to focus on getting the plastic not looking like this. So yeah, I'm definitely thinking these light gray pieces and this like black piece right here is all going to become the same color black. And then I'll do the vinyl wrap up on the tank, which the tank's going to be a bitch and a half. And then like this part up here will stay black, but this right here would go to that camo print. This right here would go to the camo print. So like this camo print, black, black, camo print, black, camo print. Also, I've tweeted pictures of my bike. That's a very safe way to get to a picture of my bike from the side. Hang on a second. We're scrolling through my Twitter. If you don't follow me, I definitely recommend it. I tweet funny things here and there. I tweet random things here and there. I tweet weird things here and there. And occasionally I remember to tweet about my own stream. Come on, where's the bike? Show the bike. There. Oh. Since when was that already scraped up? Interesting. Okay, anyway, this is a good side profile of the bike. So this right here would get the camo print. This would get the camo print. This would get the camo print, as well as here and here. Or maybe I would just do this part and then I would go black. Like all this would turn black. All this would become the same color black. And then this piece and its matching counterpart on the other side would go black. And then I'd probably just leave the front fender because it's already black. I think that could look really cool. And then this whole exhaust, if I do just the slip-on from about here, or maybe it's right here, maybe it's right here. Either way, somewhere around here it would switch, and then you'd still see this like torch titanium of the James, why can't I think of what this called? Hi Cheese, I wonder why it showed me the rules again. The Vandies, welcome in. You've been away for a little while. Did it show you the rules the first time? Because I only set that up about a month and a half ago. Maybe. Yeah, we're currently brainstorming what to do with my bike because it does not look like this. It looks like this. That's probably why. Yeah, I didn't set up the little like when you go to click on chat, the rules pop up. I didn't set that up until like a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago at this point. Because at first I was like, why does it matter? It's in my about section, like below me, if you're on desktop, or if you click on my profile picture and then go to the about section and then scroll down, it's in there. I'm like, no one ever looks at that. What's the color scheme? So that is exactly what we were discussing. So here's a better side profile of the bike. We were looking at doing, not this one, hang on. What was it, page? Oh, it's right here. This print, which the renders make it look horrible. Like it's super flat, but like it's like a digi camo that's base purple with gray and black. I was thinking of putting like this color wherever you see this blue color on the bike. So this whole front piece would get the camo, as well as this side piece right here. The tank would get the camo, and up here would get the camo, and down here would get it. The rest of it, just do a satin purple. Or not a satin purple, sorry. A satin... Would it look better purple? No, it wouldn't. My opinion is get purple. No, I definitely am. I'm definitely liking the thought process of using this like camo, and then having it here, 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 and here, and then all of this light gray and dark gray would become a solid color, as well as right here, which is why I'm thinking of going like a shadow, or not a shadow. I was reading Samified has entered the Shadow Rim. Sammy, enjoy your lurk, enjoy your shower. I'll still be here, maybe ranting about the bike and brainstorming, maybe not. Yeah, but Vandy's, the reason I don't want to do green is because I do have the orange on the wheels, and I'm not sure how easy that is to get rid of. So if there's going to be a little splash of color on anything, it's going to be this orange color. But the thought is essentially this light gray, this dark gray, and like this whole bottom piece would become one color as well, and then it would match this color right here, which I think is also this color. And then I would have that camo print over here. Wrap the rims too. You can, it's just a bitch and a half, and it doesn't like to stay. So if anything, you'd have to plasti dip them. But I want to say maybe this is just stickered on, in which case if I heat it up with like a hair dryer, I could pull it off. So I don't know. Well, let me zoom. Oh, open image in new tab. There we go. Hang on. There we go. There's a good full screen. Snip. Oh, no, don't. You're gonna watch how good I can color. Are you ready to watch me Picasso it up? Okay. So we have the bike. Purple. This. All this right here. This right here. This becomes that purple camo. This becomes purple camo. This becomes purple camo. As well as right here. So if all that becomes purple, like the purple camo, Photoshopping? No, I'm too lazy to Photoshop. Are you kidding me? And then... Vandy's, you wanted green. We'll use it for this example at least. This whole thing becomes another color. kind of like this. We are coloring in Barney the dinosaur, ladies and gentlemen. And then that would also match this color here. Snipping tool or MS Paint? This is still the snipping tool. I was too lazy to actually go to MS Paint. But yeah. Like that's what the brain is braining right now. Like all this, the one color. And up here. And then the other color does come back this way and would be right here and up here. And then this exhaust is going to be only about this long. We're going noisy exhaust. Cause then give me this. We can just have some sick flames coming this way. There we go. There's the conceptual render. What are we thinking? Is that a plan? Is that... And then just remember, this green will actually probably not be green. I did not mean to click save. X. We'd be looking at probably just like a satin purple. Or maybe like a satin black. Hang on, let me just real quick pop a new tab. Vinyl wrap. Satin black. See, like that color. Yeah. Maybe a noisy exhaust would let other cars know where you are. Right? Obviously, that was the issue, not the driver being an idiot. But yeah, so we're going to get the noisy exhaust so people can hear that I am there and they'll know that I exist. We're going to get the black and the camo, like purple. Camo purple is going to be where purple is. The satin black is going to be where the green is. And then obviously my seat is already black. Don't worry about that. I might be able to peel this off. If not, I could either just paint over it or leave it. And then for the exhaust, we're going to get a new exhaust as well. Exhaust Ninja 400. This is the one I was looking at. Images. So it'd be like that. This one has the full exhaust. So you see how it doesn't have the little catalytic converter? That's the word I was looking for. Whereas I do. If I do the slip-on, it only replaces from about here back. Or if I do the full exhaust, you get the whole thing. So I don't know. That's kind of the thought process. That's what we're kind of thinking. Are we all in agreement? This is the plan. This is what we're going for. Because honestly, I might go for it. I kind of like this idea. And then obviously, if I can't salvage the fenders, we're just going to buy new fenders. In which case, I can get them unpainted and then vinyl wrap them and do this whole plan. Or I could get them painted and then I can do a very similar plan as well. Because these are more or less all separate pieces, which makes it very easy. Granted, getting the painted with the plaid, that's going to be a little harder. But like at a minimum, I can go and get like all this green stuff, get all of that painted the same color, and then I only have to deal with getting vinyl wrapped this stuff. I'm thinking that's gonna be the game plan. That's the strategy for right now. I think that would look good on a bike. Yeah. And then it gives it like my bike stood out enough beforehand because it wasn't black or red, which is like the two most common colors you see. But at the same time, it wasn't like that loud, and I kind of didn't like the fact that the bike didn't stand out a whole lot because I felt like it made it slightly harder to, you know, be like, hey, there's a motorcycle right there. So I feel like going for something a little more outrageous, but not being like super outrageous, like that like neon yellow I showed. Yeah, I would be seen, but I also don't think that would look good. Whereas getting in that purple, and especially if it's like a satin purple, like that's going to catch your eye and catch your attention because you don't see purple on the road super often. And then keeping with the like the gray and the black, I'm going to be able to like still match with my jacket and my helmet. I don't plan on wearing those gloves ever again, despite the fact they look fine. But they're also not meant for a motorcycle, so I'm thinking that's the strategy. That could very much be the move. So now that we had an hour and a 15-minute brain dump, do we want to get into some gaming? I thought about it. But also I'm quite tired, and I don't know what it is. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's because this controller is really old. It no longer connects to my PC. So I might need to invest in getting a new controller. Like it didn't Bluetooth before, but like I could at least like cable it. Sorry, I forgot. I could at least cable it. Yeah, that's not working at all anymore. I was trying to use it on Friday, didn't work. And I was like, oh, maybe it was just the game I was trying to use it on. So I tried on Saturday, didn't work. So then I tried 3 different games on Sunday, doesn't work. So I think the controller has officially given up, which means Hollow Knight is out until we get a new controller. But also it kind of feels, kind of looks, kind of seems like I don't need to rush too hard to get Hollow Knight finished because Silksong just keeps getting infinitely delayed. So I'm not too concerned. We'll get there. I promise we're going to do it. I promise we're going to finish Hollow Knight. I have not rage quit Hollow Knight. I still have the count. If someone wants to do exclamation deaths, it will tell you how many times I've died in Hollow Knight. We still have the count going. Don't worry. It's just trying to figure out the controller issue, which I'm, like I said, I'm 99% sure it's just that's the controller's old. I got my Xbox One or Xbox X, whatever the hell this one's called. I got it my freshman year of college, which would have been 6 years ago. And this is the controller that came with it. So I would not be surprised to find out that she's done. You know, she's lived a good life. She's had more than one beer spilled on her. There's been countless other drops, slams, tosses. Yeah, I think she just I think she lived her best life and would like to retire at this point. Which is fine, because I can get a new controller for not that much money. And I can choose different colors rather than the Xbox White that shows dirt and grime really easy, which will be good. And then I also want to get a Bluetooth receiver, just like a USB one, to hook in to my PC so I don't have to use a cable, because the cables that I have that work are really short, so I end up like having to hold my arms like way onto my desk, and I wasn't a fan of that. I don't know. The wheel and pedal is half set up right now, so racing games would take a bit. It would not be easy. I'm also kind of tired. So are we feeling like a short stream today? Are we feeling pushing for a little longer stream, but a little more chill play style of something? Do we have thoughts? Do we have opinions? I also hydrated myself. Don't worry. I won't make anyone spend channel points on it. That one's for free. What was the Dredge update? The Dredge update was boat customizations. Have you not watched the YouTube video, James? I'm insulted. I know it was a while ago. The video was not this weekend, but the last week. This past week, they announced that the DLC was getting delayed. So it's no longer at the end of the year. It is now early next year. I forgot you made a video about it. I'm also opening the game right now. And I also need to verify game sound is going to come through. Open volume mixer. Dredge. Game. Perfect. Boop. 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 Continue. Yeah, I know I don't have one of the, like, this is just black and black with the blue flag. I know I did not find every last flag, but I got all of the new colors unlocked. We're also still in the just chatting category. I'm fully aware. I don't plan on hanging around in this game too long. We're just gonna kind of real quickly pass around the entire area, see if we can spot another one of the flags. Because you find the flags at shipwrecks, and they have a little gold glow coming up from them, so they're really easy to spot. I found a handful of them just accidentally. I'm not seeing any. Huh. Where could one be? I already got the one that was over there. So it's gonna have to be this way. Maybe around back? This is also my 100%ed playthrough, so like, this boat is built to high heavens, and I am not exactly scared of anything. Okay. Looking for some gold glow. Should maybe be back here? I'm not sure. I'm not seeing it. Oh, here we go. Yeah. You can see it looks like a flag. Wow. Also, why do I have rotting octopi on me? Go away. I don't need money. I have $37,000. So that, yeah, once you find one of the flags, You just do a little poof, and then you head over to the painter. And he's right here in Little Morrow. Deliver flag. You found a scrap of fabric, eh? Let me see. A unique design. Do you want to attach it now? Yes. As you wish. And then you can paint the boat. We will paint the hull, because you can see up here is black. And then you got different colors. Some of these colors you had to unlock. Other colors you just got on your own. And then I can just go like maple orange. And then you can see down here changed color. And then I can leave. And then you can also add bunting, which are like little flags right here. And it does the two colors of your boat. Now let me undock. Look at that! We're Halloween themed now! The painter is the guy from The Princess Bride and Getting Old. Very, very well could be. Yeah. We don't have the best sunlight today. It's a bit cloudy, but yeah, that's really the most of it. There's also new aberrations, which were the crab ones. So here's a lobster. Then we got that crab. So like every single crab now has a craberation. So like these are the two that you can find in the Morrows. These are the two of Gale Cliffs. These two are Stellar Basin, as well as this is Stellar Basin. That's Twisted Strand, Twisted Strand. I haven't caught... We haven't finished the Pokedex! Hang on, laddies. Wait, let me... Real quick. Real quick. 0 to 10 meters. All right, hang on. Give me the zoom. I didn't realize I didn't get one. That's awkward. Oh, that is also awkward. Well, now I'm glad I asked about Dredge, so your Pokedex can be completed again. I'll be honest, I still have the achievement for 100%ing the game and catching everything, because once you unlock it, it doesn't go away. So, like, does it really matter? But at the same time, someone asked me if I had caught all of the crabberations, and I said yes. Apparently I lied. Oh, wait, those are too deep. Only to 10 meters. Pick up. Pick up. There we go. And now... we will repair. We're just gonna, you know. All right, let's see what we got. The life of a crabber is tough. See, there's one of the aberrations. This is gonna take a while just to pick everything up. Pick up crabs, sell them, check again. Pick up crabs, sell them, check again. I'm gonna have so much money. Oh, there it is. Pick up. Pick up. There we go. Pokedex is complete. Life of a Crabber is no longer tough. Now I just gotta clean everything up. Honestly, you're going in storage too for right now. All right, that was fast. Did you see how many crab pots I dropped? And then I waited 2 full in-game days. And now we just gotta clean up. Like I said, I'm gonna have so much money, even after I worry about paying for all these repairs. Like, we barely used them. Well, that's all I can pick up, or put in there for now. Oh, this is a little crab pot. We're down to the smaller ones. Oh, I got 2 of them! Epic! The life of a crabber. Which... Oh, I don't even have the aberrant one on me. Repair. Tetris. Boom. I know this one I keep on me. That one I want to say I don't need to keep. Just based on my track record. Take all. Pick up. Pick up. I like how you still have the boots. You never know. Same thing for the map. You never know. You might need it one day. All right. No, already. Storage. There's what, 1 left? Yeah. We almost got this cleaned up. Fish market. Boom. Shipyard. Boom. Storage. I guess that's all I could fit in storage. There we go. Save and quit. Confirm. All right, there we go. Good Dredge stream. Yay. But yeah, that's pretty much the entirety of what's new. I don't know what to tell you guys. That's just kind of just how it is. I don't know. Like I said, it wasn't a whole lot. There was a couple bug fixes, a couple other things that they added, but it wasn't like a big deal. Like, I made the video and kind of explained. How long has that been on my shirt? A little fuzzy. All right. But yeah, like I said, I'm kind of low energy. My mother decided to text me about student loans yesterday and kind of pissed me off, and then proceeded to text me again about student loans today. But this time I kind of half flipped the script on her. Like, granted, she still pissed me off, but now I pissed her off as well because my parents bought like government bonds for me. Welcome back, Sammy. You missed it. We played an entire game. Yeah, so my grandparents bought like government bonds for me to help pay for college. No, Sammy, we literally had the game open for what, 5 minutes, James? 10 minutes? It was not long. Yeah, so supposedly these government bonds exist. 15. And then they were... So like my grandparents have been buying them like pretty much my entire life. And the plan and the thought process was when I graduate college, they're all going to be at maturity, and then I can sell the bonds to help pay for my student loans. Student loans, I didn't need to pay last year when I graduated. So like we just kind of sat on it and didn't do anything. So like the actual paperwork and everything to be able to like redeem these loans is back in Michigan. Like my parents have it like at the bank. So there's like a couple $1,000s worth of just government bonds that I just haven't cashed. But now that it's October and student loans are a thing again, and ya bitch owes $125,414.92, I believe it is. Yeah, I kind of need that money. So hang on, I know $125,414.96. I almost had the number right. I almost nailed it. Yeah. So, Sammy, thank you for the gift sub earlier. Those $2 are going to go towards my loans. Algia, who stopped by at the very beginning of stream, donated 100 bits. That's going towards my student loans. Anyone who watched an ad this stream, thanks. That's going towards my loans. And eventually I won't owe loans anymore and I can start doing cool stuff. Oh, the joys of student loans. Yeah, taxes. Thank you, James. We're going to apply the... I'm going to figure out if I can get the U.S. government to accept channel points towards my student loans, because in that case, yeah, I'm going to need everyone to start paying their taxes at this point. There are too many of you who do not pay your taxes. I'm just saying. Look, I'm not the IRS, so I can't really come for you, but at the same time, like, you might want to think about what you're doing and start paying those taxes. Especially because every now and then I just decide to go ahead and refund all of it and you would get all your money back. It's like an investment. Watch your hand there. Yeah, I realized. Dropped it out of the frame. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be careful. Am I just going to have to stream in gloves? Hang on. We'll be like the faceless streamers who like... They don't want to show what they look like on camera, but they want to do like IRL things. So they'll wear gloves to like build Legos. Except I show my face on stream. Instead, we're just rocking the lavender purple t-shirt and leather glove combo. Because everyone knows that's That's what's hip. Right? Yeah, this is the style. That way I can show you this side of my hand without scaring children. I thought about making a joke that it was like special effects and that it's not real, but like even then it still looks kind of gross. Like it's not that gory, but at the same time, I don't know. So I just clicked the wrong button. Sorry, ad viewers, you now have to watch an ad 45 seconds early. I was gonna try and stop it so I could rate out. That's on me. Oops. This is what I get when the ads are all fucky and like my mind turns off. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Well, in the meantime, I was thinking I'm just gonna be done today. I'm kind of tired, like I was saying, and my mom has been annoying me about student loans, and I don't want to feel like thinking about student loans. So I'm looking at who's... Did you want to come say hello? Come here. Let me... There we go. Got the hand out of the way. Hello, Scuba. Would you like to say hello? No? You're just gonna hang out up here? Yeah. Any thoughts? What are your opinions on Andretti being approved by the FIA to have a Formula One team? Do you think the Formula One organization is going to accept the bid now? How do you feel about Audi buying out Alfa Romeo? So now there's going to be multiple German teams instead of multiple Italian teams. Do you have any thoughts on who the title sponsor for AlphaTauri could be next year? Yeah, that's pretty much what happens every time I try to talk to a girl about Formula One. Yeah, okay. So you don't want to talk about Formula One. What about... hang on. No. Oh, okay. I was going to do a joke and ask if she's been watching any anime and if she's seen the anime Overtake, because that's now coming out. It's a Formula 4 anime. It would have been funny, but we don't need to worry about that. Okay. You know who we haven't gotten to raid in a really long time? Pocket Leaves. Mel raids us all the time. I have not done a short stream in a while, so I have not been able to raid them. Sorry, my apologies. In a while. When was the last time I raided? It's been... Is it even on this sheet of paper? Take your bets. When was the last time I got to raid Mel? Good old Pocket Leaves. F4 would be like go-karts. No, that is... F4 is above karting. They're... I want to say like 185 horsepower. Open wheel, like single seater. Yeah. It was late June the last time I got to raid Pocket Leaves. So that is absolutely where we're going, seeing that it is now the beginning of October. Currently playing Baldur's Gate. I don't have their stream open yet, but I am willing to bet wearing elf ears in like a kind of a half cosplay or maybe even a full cosplay today. No, it is absolutely a full cosplay today. In that case, we are absolutely going to raid over here. Let me set up this raid. Pocket Leaves playing Baldur's Gate 3. Let's do it. Like, I'm talking like... Sammy, you know Croft cosplays. Full cosplay right now. There's commitment to it. trigger this raid. If you guys get left behind, it is Pocket Leaves, spelled exactly as it looks, and you can probably see it on your screen right now. If you want to support me... No, I completely forgot how my whole speech goes. If you are not following me here on Twitch and you would like to, feel free to. If you want to follow me on any of my other social medias, you can go ahead and grab any of those links. You can pick 1, 2, all of them, or none of them. That is completely up to you. I definitely recommend checking out the YouTube. And if you're noticing there is not a link listed in there, that is because the Discord I always plug separately. I definitely recommend checking out that Discord. That is where those unlisted vlogs as I repair the motorcycle are going to be found. So if you want to be able to follow the journey past what I talk about on stream and what I show on stream, you're going to want to be in the Discord. You'll see when those videos get posted. It'll be announced very, very clearly. You are only going to be able to see those videos in the Discord, so feel free to jump in there. If you want to support me on this raid as I open up Task Manager on accident, and you are not subscribed, you can go ahead and grab that raid message right there. And if you are subscribed, you can go ahead and grab that message right there. It took a second to show up. I didn't think it was going to. All right, I am running out of time. I managed to copy my own message. I will see you guys later this week. Peace out.